I'm Reverend Jesse Brown, and on behalf of Sherry Hill and the CEFN family, we welcome you to our show. As you know, we have been providing information about nutrition and food and exercise. That's what CEFN does. Today I have with me my co-host, Linda Taylor.
Hi, Linda.
Hi. And we have our special guest in the house, Tomlin Campbell. How you doing, sir?
Doing great.
All right. Well, in just a few moments, I'm going to have Tomlin tell you more about what he does, but I want you to know where we are. We're at the Germantown Y here in Green Street, the Germantown area of Philadelphia. And the Y has reopened. It does wonderful things. You can have basketball. You can get your membership. And it's very soon you're going to be able to swim in the swimming pool. But, you know, there's lots of ways in which you can stay healthy and fit. And that's what this show is all about. Tomlin, you do motivational speaking. I know you work with athletes. Tell us what you do with getting people to live a healthy lifestyle.
Well, first I want to just acknowledge.
Okay, that's enough.
Let's roll. And that's the only thing is we're creating a healthy lifestyle.
3, 2, 1, roll.
Welcome to CEFN's Focus on Fitness, where making healthy choices creates healthy lifestyles. I'm Reverend Jesse Brown, and on behalf of Sherry Hill and the CEFN family, welcome to our show. We're here at the Germantown Y, up on Green Street, Green and Cheltenham. It's reopened, and it is teaching us about healthy lifestyles.
Cut.
Thank you.
Green and Shelton. 4, 3, 2, 1, roll.
Welcome to CEFN's Focus on Fitness, where making healthy choices creates healthy lifestyles. I'm Reverend Jesse Brown, your host, and on behalf of Sherry Hill and the whole CEFN family, we welcome you to our show. I have with me Linda Taylor, our co-host. How do you do?
Fine, how are you?
And she's also sometimes one of our chefs, too, as a holistic health consultant. And our special guest, Tomlin Campbell. All right. We have been at the Germantown Y. It is a grand reopening here, and if you want to live a healthy lifestyle, come to the Y. You can do everything here, and very soon even the swimming pool's going to be open. That's what everybody loves, to go swimming around
especially
here.
summer, yes.
But really, we have our special guest, and we ought to let him tell us what he does and how he inspires people to live a healthy lifestyle.
Well, my name is Tomlin Campbell, and before I start, I'd like to first acknowledge my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, because without him, I don't have my being. I move, and I have my being with him, and he's the life. Raw food is life, but for me, his life is greater than raw food, so I just want to acknowledge that.
All right, and you're also a member of Enon Baptist Church.
Yes, I am.
There you go. Well, what else do you do? I know you do motivational speaking, and I know I know that people are going to see you in our cooking segments. You know, you got the chef stuff going on too. Right. But what else do you do in terms of getting people to be motivated about a healthy lifestyle?
Well, first, right now, I'm doing a lot of work in the church right now at Enon, and people are just being turned on by raw food. We started off with just 10 people in a group called the Temple Builders, and I challenged them to do raw food for 10 days. Mm-hmm. They did it, hesitantly for some of them, especially the nurses. Yet they did it.
The health professionals had some problem with that, right?
And that's the prize.
No, it really didn't. But they did it, and after 10 days, people walked in like brand new people.
Mm-hmm.
One lady had some problem with her skin, and all of a sudden her skin started to glow. Another person lost a lot of weight. People started crying on the phone because we used to speak every day at 6:30 in the morning to support each other, and people were in tears at the results that they were feeling from the raw food. So it wasn't just impacting their physical health, but it was really doing something to them spiritually.
That's right. And they started out with very simple raw food recipes, right?
Very, very simple.
Very basic, yes.
Well, I also know that you aspire or would like to do more even with groups like athletes.
Yes. And athletes, I've always loved sports. I'm from Philadelphia, and ever since I was a child, I've just followed the Sixers, and I followed the Flyers, I followed the Phillies, all Eagles, all sports. And I love what raw food does. I'm an athlete myself. So I love how you combine the raw food with the movement. And if you look at a horse and you see they don't just eat hay, which is the best food for them,
right.
They move.
Right.
So when you combine the two, it's just magnificent. So I see a niche there with athletes. Athletes, most of them don't eat great foods.
Mhm.
You know, even if they're following the standard American, the Medical Association
Right.
food program, they're not eating the best stuff. They're still not eating organic food.
And you talk about eating living food
Live food.
and live food. You know, quickly tell us what you mean by that.
Well, by live food, I mean eating sprouts, and you're eating like alfalfa sprouts. You can eat all kinds of clover sprouts, just sprouts, foods that are sprouting, foods that are filled with life, they're still growing.
Right.
That's live food. All right, raw food is foods like an apple, an orange. You pick it off a tree.
Right.
It's still full of life, yet it's not growing like the sprouts are.
Right.
So that's the difference. And I eat all vegan food. You know, me personally, I choose
Okay.
to eat only vegan food.
Okay, all right, so now you're aspiring to work with athletes, so what are some of the, you want to demystify some of the things that they say athletes need to eat in order to get a lot of energy, to build muscle, to build stamina, and that's a lot of protein. How do you feel about that?
Well, protein, you know, that's, of course, that's a myth. Protein comes from greens. You know, you get it from greens, you get it from spirulina, you get it from collard green, mustard green, all kinds of greens
Green
will give you
leafy
protein.
vegetables,
Yes,
right.
and this raw food is super powerful. And that's why dinosaurs ate raw food. That's why they ate leaves. And you had gorillas eating leaves.
There you go.
All kind of animals would eat leaves. So they got protein from it. They never touch meat if they're vegetarian animals.
Well, let me
So-
tell our folks that if they really want to get into a healthy lifestyle, come to the Germantown Y. That's one good place to start. But also, go to our website, cefn.org. You can find out or get in contact with Tom Lynn Campbell or with our holistic health consultant over here, Linda Taylor, or any of us. We've enjoyed our time here at the Germantown Y. I hope you come and enjoy it too. Thank you, everybody. Oh, we got to get to the exercise segment. Let's go move our bodies.
Good morning and welcome to Focus on Fitness. My name is Kind Essence and I'm an instructor here at the Germantown Y. Today we're going to do some chair yoga. So I want you to get ready to be relaxed, feel comfortable, and to stretch out your bones and work those muscles. I hope you're wearing some comfortable clothing and you should keep a bottle of water nearby in case you need it. We're going to use a couple of regular household items today. We're going to use a man's tie and regular hand balls. And if you don't have any balls, you can take a pair of tube socks and roll them up and really get to working for your hands. The first thing I want to do is show you something about breathing. I know everyone says, oh, I breathe every day, but you're probably not doing it correctly. And to demonstrate this, I will need you to lay down on the floor. So follow me as I get down on my mat. I want you to be comfortable. Just stretch out your body. And I want you to place your hands on the lower part of the belly, just below your navel. We're going to demonstrate what we call three-part breathing. When you inhale, I want you to make pretend that there is a balloon inside. And with each inhalation, the balloon should expand. Feel that sensation now. Inhale through your nostrils and bring in as much air as you can. Letting the air out slowly through your mouth. Now move your hands up toward the diaphragm and notice that when the balloon inflates here, the diaphragm descends. Now, the third part of this breathing technique is to place your hands here. When you're inhaling, the air should go immediately to this area, fill it up to its capacity, it moves into the diaphragm, and then to the upper chest. Now, I want you to take one moment and feel the sensation. Notice how the shoulders will fall down, the relaxation of the body will move into all parts of your body. If you close your eyes, you can really focus and concentrate on how you breathe. There. That was relaxing. And you need to note that just like when you bring the air in, it fills the belly first, the diaphragm, and then the upper chest. As the wind leaves the body, it leaves from the upper chest, the diaphragm, and the belly is the last part that deflates. I call this stop, drop, and breathe. If you take a few minutes each day to practice this full 3-part breathing, you can reduce stress, anxiety, lower your blood pressure. Now, we're going to begin with some very simple exercises. And the exercises I chose to do today are for anyone, for my senior citizens who are experiencing some issues with arthritis, and for those of you who work in an office all day at a computer playing around with your mouse. You can take your balls and just simply squeeze them. So for those of you who sit at an office, keep a ball in your desk and just bring it out every couple of minutes or so when you feel strain or stress in the fingers or in the wrist area. This can help reduce your potential for getting carpal tunnel. You just simply massage the ball with all your fingers. And if you really want to stretch out, place 2 fingers on the ball at one time and stretch your other fingers out and press, press. And do this with each finger on each hand. It doesn't take that much time to give your hand some relaxation from the pain and tension. All right? Now, another thing you can do with the balls, while you're working with it, hold this one here. Squeeze in. Let's work with some of our thighs. And you notice how I adjusted my seating is because I really want you to focus on sitting up straight. Posturing is everything in yoga, and you want to strengthen the lower back muscles as well as your abdominals, and strengthen it by sitting up straight, lengthening the spine, and giving your back a nice strong sense of support. Massaging the hands with the ball is like massaging the organs. And as you massage your organs, you're helping them to work more efficiently and effectively. And up and down is another way to go. This is especially good for my senior yoginis. Sometimes that happens, and it's no big deal. You pick it up and continue on. All right. I want to show you some things that we can do with a man's tie. First of all, I'd like you to be aware of your posture again. As I sit up, you see I'm not leaning on the back of the chair. My posturing here is that my knees are directly over my ankles. My thighs are parallel to the floor. Now wrap the tie around your hand to start with. Sit up straight, extend the arms out nice and straight, holding the tie tightly. And with your inhalation, I want you to lift your arms up over your head. Ready? Let's give it a shot. When you reach your highest height, then you begin to bring the arms down on your exhalation. Take it back up again. And as you're inhaling and lifting up the arms, you're also lifting up the rib cage, stretching the back and the spine. Yes. This exercise helps when you're reaching in the kitchen to go to the top shelf for that can of soup. Or if you're in your car and you have to get something in the back seat, you want that arm to be able to reach back there without causing any strain or damage to the shoulders. Take a good breath in. Exhale. Shake it out. Good. Now there's some other things we're going to do with the tie. So sitting straight up again, watching your posture, bring the arms up to shoulder length. Keeping them strong and straight. Reach out in front of you. Now take them to the right side. and bring it back to center. And bring it back to the front. And release. Now, something else that's really good for the back, and this will be our last pose for the day. I want you to sit up straight and tall. Bring your elbows in, grabbing your knees, stretching the back, lifting the chin, stretch forward. Now, while you're here, I want you to slowly allow the arms to go down the legs, to the feet and to the floor if possible. Oh, and stretch out the back and the spine. This will feel so good to you. And you let your head hang down. When you're ready to come back up, slowly bring the body back up, sitting straight and tall, and sit for 1 minute. Now, after every segment of doing some yoga, you should drink plenty of water because you've done some twisting and turning, which means you have wrung out some toxins in the organs. And you want to flush those toxins out of the body as quickly as possible. So keep yourself hydrated. And when you're finished with your yoga workout, sit back, palms on the thighs, close your eyes, and become mindful again of your breathing, and allow the body to come back into homeostasis, which we call balance. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you've learned some new techniques on how you can bring yoga into your everyday life. I hope to see you again. Goodbye.
Today we have with us Beverly Medley. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, Reverend Brown. How are you?
Doing very well. And I
Good.
want to remind all of you that we're here at the Germantown Y today talking about good nutrition. Just as you have seen already about dancing and getting fit, now we're going to talk about what you put into your body. Beverly, you are co-owner of All the Way Live, Raw and Vegan.
Yes.
And where is that business today?
It's at 6108 Germantown Avenue in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Excellent, excellent. Now, what have you got prepared for us today? You know I like to eat.
Okay.
I know how to eat.
Okay.
So
you want to eat good?
Yeah, you're darn right. Let's
Okay,
eat good.
now. All right.
So what
all
we
right.
got going today?
What we're going to do today is prepare a raw almond milk. That means no stove is needed.
Okay.
Okay. We have the ingredients right here, which I'm going to talk about briefly.
All right.
This milk is so good and nutritious because, number one, a lot of people are lactose intolerant.
Oh, all right.
That means any type of dairy food they have a problem with. They
Right.
build up mucus, their nose, they get colds and things of that nature. Also, we're human beings. And human beings need things from the vegetable kingdom. We're not baby
Okay.
calves, okay? So we're going to deal with today raw almond milk.
All right.
Are you ready to
I'm
get
ready. I'm ready.
Okay, for this almond milk, which is very, very simple, and it's not going to take you long at all to prepare this milk. The ingredients that you will need is, number one, raw almonds.
Okay.
Very high minerals, potassium, iron, calcium. Very high. Now, I have 2 almonds here. This almond has the
I'll
skin
hold this
on
one
it.
for
You're going to
you.
hold that one? Thank
Yeah.
you, Reverend Brown. This one has the skin on it, okay? This will give you a milk that may be not quite as white, a little tannish in color. If you're looking for more of a traditional color of a milk, like more whitish, you would use the blanched almond,
Okay.
okay?
Now, that just means that they took the skins
They
off
took
of
the
them?
skin
Oh,
off.
all right.
Actually, if you wanted to, you could soak the almonds in warm water and remove the skins yourself.
just-
Very tedious job, but it can be done. Now, The next thing that we need, we would put the almonds in the blender. First of all, for this recipe, all you need is a blender. Okay, that's all. It's good to have a very good blender, a strong blender, so you can run it, you won't have problems of it burning out. Preferably a glass pitcher, preferably.
Because you can clean those better, right?
Right, and they don't hold bacteria
Right,
as
like the
much.
plastic stuff does.
Right.
Yeah, gotcha.
Now, so you will put your almonds in the blender. You would add your water. Now, for 1 cup of almonds, you would add about 3 cups of water. If you wanted a little, maybe more watery, you could add like 3 1/4 cups of water. As you do this, you will learn how you like it. Some people like a thick milk, some people like more of a thin milk. Okay, now, so we would put our water, 1 cup, 3 cups of water, 1 cup of almonds. Next, what I put in the milk to make it super nutritious is something called sea moss. Sea moss is a miracle food, okay? It has 90% of the minerals that your body needs. Calcium,
Now,
yes.
this come from where the name says so?
The sea.
The sea?
Yes.
It's
The seafood, the sea vegetables are the food of the future. It is the food that everybody should be making a part of their diet. The more you get yourself educated about sea vegetables, you will put more and more of it in your diet. So I want to show you 2 things. First of all, this is what it looks like before you soak it. This is a raw sea moss.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now after you soak it, it's going to expand and look like this. So you're going to put maybe, you know, 1/4 of a cup of that in the blender with your water and your almonds. The next thing you're going to do is add, you can add 2 things. One, you can add dates or figs, okay? But today, what we're adding is raw agave, okay? Now, for the agave, you will sweeten to taste. Some people don't like a lot of sweetener, and they cannot have a lot of sweetener. Some people like things a little bit more sweet. Raw agave or dates or figs. One thing I want to remind you, whenever you're buying any type of dried fruit, make note, no sulfur, okay? No sulfuric acid. You just want dried fruit, preferably sun-dried. Now, we put all of that in the blender. You have your almonds, your water, your agave, your sea moss, and you will blend on high speed until it's thoroughly blended.
Wait a minute. When you say thoroughly blended, is it milky like or is
It's
it
going to be
thick,
milky like.
a milkshake?
It should not be thick. The only way that it would be thick is if you did your water to almond ratio that
Okay,
way.
okay.
Now, when you put in the sea moss, that's going to thicken it a little bit. It's going to make it silky. It's going to make it very, very nice. Now, I have already did all that. Reverend
all
Brown.
right.
And I really want you to taste this milk right now.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready as I'm gonna get. with this.
Okay.
But before
Okay.
you don't bring the milk on.
Okay,
I'm
I'll
just
bring
gonna
it on.
Get you ready for it. But I just want to ask a couple other things
Okay.
about because I know that the restaurant that you have now, can they come to the restaurant and get this kind of food here?
At the restaurant, all the way live, raw and vegan food, you can get all of these things.
And what else do y'all have on the menu that you
Wow, we have something called a nut burger, which is absolutely scrumptious. It's a burger that is not cooked. It's a burger that we use nuts, vegetables, and we dehydrate it a little bit, and we use a bread called spelt. I don't know if you're familiar with spelt bread.
I'm not.
But spelt bread is a good bread to use because a lot of people are wheat intolerant.
Oh,
So
okay.
at our restaurant, we want to serve all.
So you're saying that the spell is not made with wheat? Or,
It's a
flour or
no. It is made with wheat, but it's not a hybridized wheat. It's a high quality. It's an original seed.
okay.
SP as in Papa, ELT as in Tango. Look up spelt, and you will see why we serve it at All the Way Live.
Okay.
Now, we also have fresh greens, cabbage, mushrooms.
Oh,
we
that's my
have
stuff now.
we have lasagna, raw lasagna. We have all types of drinks. We have. Just come and visit us.
Well, and reason why I raise the issue is that we want to constantly put out the message why it isn't important to have a high quality diet.
The reason why is all you have is your health. You don't have nothing else.
Yeah, that's the truth.
That's the bottom line. You don't have anything else. And if you don't have your health, you don't have nothing. You cannot be on your life's mission if you don't have your health.
Hey, I'm with you on that all the way.
Okay.
As I was telling you, when we
Your
were
car is no
talking,
good, your
that's
house
right,
is no
none of
good,
that's no
your
good.
clothes are no good if you don't have your health.
And we want to encourage all of you to eat healthy.
Yes.
Not sometime, but you can eat healthy
All the time.
And not
Yes.
only eating it all the time, you will feel better
All the time.
So we
Yes.
ask you to, join us in this campaign to bring health. Now, da-da-da-da-da-da.
Da-da-da.
Drum beat.
Drum
Let's try it.
beat. I was going to pour
I'm
some
gonna
in
have
there.
to give you some?
Yes.
Oh,
Someone else
oh.
might want to taste
I
it.
see. I
Okay.
see. Well,
That
we
is for you.
always ask for a volunteer.
Here
Any
she
guinea
is.
pig, any person, come on in here, dear.
But listen, I want to. You're going to share
We're
with
gonna
her.
share.
Okay. That's for
Now, we
you.
want some adjectives when, you taste this.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Go for it.
Cheers. Ooh, that's good.
Oh, I'm all right with this.
Are
Now,
you
this
all right
is
with
silky,
it?
Yeah.
It's a silky, isn't it?
It's nice and it's
wonderful.
sweet enough.
Now.
You know what I like about it? It's
What?
not over sweet.
No.
You know how you get ice cream
Yes.
or, some of these other things that.
Very important because you may want to pour this over milk. You may want to put it on some type of granola or something like that. You might want to add a banana to it or
Absolutely.
some berries and make a shake.
Hey, it works for me. Oh, I
Go
didn't think
for
about the
it.
shake.
Yes. This
We
is
got
your
it.
base. Your base.
We got it. Shake it away.
This is your base for your shake.
So I can get some strawberries now and put into this, and I can
Yes.
get a few other things and put in this.
Almond, strawberry, banana.
Oh,
Yes,
there you
wonderful.
go. You're on.
me.
You're on. Hey, listen, you guys, it is great. Go to our website, cefn.org. You can find out more about our guest, I make everybody a doctor. Beverly Medley. And where her restaurant is, you want to go. I know you do. And you can find the recipe for this on our website, cefn.org. Go get healthy, everybody.
Yes.